Are you serious? Apple is planning to make a car? If that news caught you off guard, you're not alone. It's definitely shocking. Everyone associates Apple with tech gadgets like iPhones, iPads, MacBooks, and the like. But now it seems the tech giant has set its sights on entering the car market. This raises some interesting questions. When did news of the Apple Car first surface? And what is the latest update on the project? Let's dive into everything you need to know about Apple's potential move into the automotive world. One major trend in the car industry is the rise of electric vehicles, EVs, something we've all noticed. This shift is positive not just for us, but also for the environment, as it leads to reduced carbon emissions from gasoline-powered engines. Over time, this transition promises cleaner air and healthier living conditions. But while the benefits are clear, not every automaker has fully embraced electrification yet. Some companies have begun transitioning, others have mapped out timelines to switch, and a few seem to be taking their time with the process. When Apple Inc. was founded in 1976 as Apple Computer Company, Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne initially came together to work on Wozniak's Apple I personal computer. It's safe to assume they weren't thinking about creating an electric car that could shake up the automotive industry back then. That first 8-bit computer, the Apple I, was soon followed by the Apple II, which became one of the first mass-produced microcomputers and a huge success. Apple went public in 1980, achieving instant financial success. They continued to innovate, releasing computers like the original Macintosh in 1984, which introduced a graphical user interface and set the stage for modern computing. However, as the personal computer market grew in the 1990s, Apple lost significant market share to lower-priced Microsoft Windows PCs. By 1997, Apple was on the verge of bankruptcy. They acquired Next in a bid to revamp their operating system strategy and bring Steve Jobs back to the company. The following decade marked a dramatic turnaround, with Jobs leading Apple to success through a series of key moves, including launching the iPhone, iPad, iPod, and iMac. He also spearheaded the famous Think Different campaign, expanded the Apple Store retail chain, and acquired companies to diversify Apple's product offerings. In August 2018, Apple became the first publicly traded U.S. company to be valued at over $1 trillion. That figure rose to $2 trillion by 2020 and reached $3 trillion in January 2022. The company has a large and dedicated consumer base, evident in the widespread use of Apple products today. Apple Inc. consistently ranks among the world's most valuable brands, and for good reason. With its range of tech products, continuous upgrades, and new models, Apple is clearly thriving. However, this success doesn't seem to be enough for the company, as it plans to expand into new markets. This leads to the question, when did the concept of the Apple Car first become public? The Apple electric car project, codenamed Titan, reportedly gained approval from Apple CEO Tim Cook in late 2014, bringing together top industry talent. This team included Vice President Steve Zaydeski, former Ford engineer Johan Jungwirth, and the former president and CEO of Mercedes-Benz Research and Development in North America, along with at least one transmission engineer. With such a team, it became clear that Apple was serious about entering the automotive industry. By February 2015, rumors circulated that a significant number of Apple employees were working on an electric car, and the company was even recruiting new staff for the project. There were also reports that Apple was offering incentives to Tesla employees to join their team. That same month, the Wall Street Journal reported that the project resembled a minivan rather than a traditional car, while the Sydney Morning Herald suggested that production could start as early as 2020. Apple board member Mickey Drexler revealed that Steve Jobs had originally envisioned designing a car, with discussions surfacing around the time Tesla Motors launched its first vehicle in 2008. This was confirmed in November 2015 by former Apple iPod senior VP Tony Fadell, who noted that Jobs had been interested in an Apple car as early as 2008, soon after the first iPhone was released. In May 2015, Apple investor Carl Icahn stated his belief in rumors that Apple would enter the car market in 2020, suggesting that it made sense for Apple to view the car as the ultimate mobile device. In 2016, Tesla CEO Elon Musk commented that Apple might develop an impressive electric car, stating, "Well, It's pretty hard to hide something if you're hiring over 1,000 engineers for it. By May 2016, further rumors surfaced, suggesting Apple had an interest in electric car charging stations. Driving car, though Apple CEO Tim Cook later confirmed that the company was indeed working on autonomous vehicle technology. By January 2018, Apple had registered 27 self-driving vehicles with California's Department of Motor Vehicles. Later that year, following a series of unsuccessful collaborations with other automakers, Apple reportedly partnered with Volkswagen to develop an autonomous employee shuttle van using the T6 Transporter commercial vehicle platform. And the rumors continued for years, which brings us to the next question. What is the latest update on this project? Although there have been signs of Apple's interest in entering the car market, the absence of a definitive statement has made it difficult to determine whether this is an active plan or simply another rumor that continues to circulate. Nevertheless, there are some possible explanations for the Apple Car project. One theory suggests that Project Titan may not have been focused on building the car, but rather on developing automotive technology. Some believe that Apple's primary focus is not on producing a car itself, but on enhancing the in-car experience as the world shifts towards autonomous vehicles. Others speculate that while Apple is likely developing self-driving technology, the company may choose to license this technology to other automakers rather than manufacture its own vehicle. Another possibility is that Apple is creating electric cars, not for retail sale, but for ride-sharing purposes. One significant market for electric self-driving cars is the ride-sharing industry, so it's possible that Project Titan is aimed at developing a self-driving car for a ride-sharing service without plans for retail sales. This raises the question of when such a car technology might be released. While a 2020 launch was initially suggested in 2016, that timeframe has passed, leaving uncertainty around the actual release date. Renowned Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo predicted in August 2018 that Apple could introduce a consumer product under Project Titan as early as 2023, with the Apple Car potentially being unveiled as late as 2025. He also speculated that the project could propel Apple's valuation by an additional $2 trillion. Although the exact launch date remains uncertain, numerous reports indicate that Apple is working towards partnerships with major automakers and acquiring companies related to automotive technology. The future looks promising for Apple, and sooner or later, we will understand their plans. Whatever they may be, they are sure to be impressive. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications on our latest content. We've got plenty more exciting videos coming your way that you won't want to miss.